Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. I have a friend whose teenage daughter consistently plays the victim. Treats her mom like garbage, talks to her mom however she wants, and then anytime you try to talk to her about it, it's immediate victimization. She's so mean to me. She does this to me. She does that to me. And I'm like, oh, why do I know so many people who play the victim? Individuals who habitually indulge in self-victimization. It's like it becomes part of their makeup. It's essentially like their armor. First of all, teenagers are hard. Teenagers are so hard, they deserve their own coffee talk. Parents out there to teenagers right now, I salute you. We need to form a separate Coffee Talk planet for parents raising teenagers because they are impossible right now. Ugh. I thought mine were hard. Mine are babies. I want to talk about why people play the victim. I wrote some notes because I can't remember everything and I don't want to get it wrong. Okay? People play the victim to control or influence other people's thoughts, feelings, or actions. True. To justify their abuse of others. Oh my word. When you how many of us have ended a relationship with either a man or a friend or a family member, and they start a war against you. They begin, their behavior, it's like they can't just exit gracefully. They need to continue to harp on the fact that you've let them go. It's like, and they just continue to say bad things about you and keep it all going, and it's constantly the victim. She didn't do enough for me. She didn't. It's all whining. What is the whole victim thing? Why? If somebody ends a relationship with you, if somebody ends a relationship with me, if somebody who's my friend, I had it happen recently in January. Somebody who was my friend, who I loved, essentially did something knowing it would end our friendship. I guess I could have played the victim. I suppose that it's one thing to be sad and say, I really don't like what's happening. It's another thing to then launch an attack on that person's character, who they are, to try to elicit social support, for me. I don't understand that mentality. I really don't. Playing the victim it's a manipulation tool. And there are some people so stuck in playing the victim that they no longer truly understand how to handle emotional feelings or situations, because they immediately fall into that woe's me, everybody's against me, everybody hates me. I don't really get it. And here's the biggest thing. Many people can change their circumstance in regards to why they feel like a victim, but they choose not to, because playing the victim has become such a part of who they are that it's more scary for them to change the situation or change their behavior than it is to continue to be the victim. Like my friend's daughter is 17. She could change the way she talks to her mother. She could change the way that she deals with her. And then her mother would in turn be kinder to her and more giving, and there'd be less friction. But why do that? Why not just continue to treat your mother like crap and then play the victim when she takes things away from you? I think I see it. I do. I see it even in my own kids at this age. It's like, you have to be very careful. Olivia, if she doesn't get her way, she immediately goes, everyone hates me, and goes and stomps and sits on the steps. And I refuse to feed into that. And I say all the time, we are not victims in this house. You have free will. You can change your behavior or the way you react to things every single time. If your brother's cheating at a game, instead of acting like the victim and crying, don't play with him. Talk to me about this victim mentality. Why do people get so wrapped up in playing the victim? And why do we continue to feed into it. That I really don't get. I think in the beginning when you meet someone, because when you look back at relationships of people who play the victims, if I'm really being honest with myself, part of what I enjoyed about being her friend, and this is a deep level of honesty here, was that she came to me for all her problems, and she constantly needed my validation, and she would come and so-and-so's not being nice to me, so-and-so's uncle said this about me, so-and-so whatever, and I could always sort of save the day for her. I could talk her off a ledge, and I didn't realize at the time that she was playing the victim. I didn't realize till the very end of the relationship that that's what was happening. And it wasn't until after, when I saw her behavior towards me after the relationship ended, where it was like a slander campaign, trying to elicit support from anyone who would listen, that I realized, wow, this is playing the victim to the upteenth degree. Why do people feel like they need to do that? I really want us to find a healthy way to discuss this, because there are those of us right now in relationships with someone who play the victim. We know what they're doing, but we don't know how to get out of it. And there are those of us maybe who play the victim and are realizing it now and go, oh, that's me, and I don't want to be that person. When I was full of hurt and anger and I didn't have the tools, I played the victim all the time. It was me against the world. Everyone was out to get me. Everyone. Every infraction committed against me was like of monumental proportions. But I finally sort of pulled myself up by the bootstraps and went, no, these things aren't happening to you. They're happening because of you. And people are walking away from you, Jaime, because of the way you treat them. I don't know. Let's talk about this. I love you. Have a great day.